Hey folks, I decided to make this video to give you an idea about the amount of time that is involved with metal detecting. And that's, before you go, while you're out metal detecting, when you get back, everything that's involved. Because I was talking with a friend of mine and he has no idea what's involved. He doesn't metal detect. He thinks I go out for a couple hours and come back and I'm done for the day. And that's not the case. So if you have a YouTube channel like I do, there's a lot that is involved. So this video by no means is about how to do it my way. It's just what works for me. And I wanted you to see what is all involved. At the end, you're probably going to think, that guy is crazy. But you know what? It's what works for me, and you have what works for you. And that's all that counts. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and here we go, because we're running out of time and we've got to get started. Now, if you're going to be serious about this, you've got to think about scouting. And I spent at least an hour and a half this week, several different days, just driving around looking for locations to plan for future hunts. When you're talking about time, you can't forget the scouting, which is what I'm doing now. Let me show you this old building. This building looks great. An old Coca-Cola building. That would be awesome to hunt around, but you've got to find these locations and do the research. Just drive around like that old house right there. Perfect. This lot right here on the left, I'm working on this right now. And then this house here is abandoned. I talked to a neighbor and right now I'm trying to find out who the owner is for a future hunt. You roll up where a brick road like this has been taken up, you better hit it quick. If you don't, I guarantee it, somebody else is. And once you get these locations, you may want to look at old maps, old photographs. That's all part of scouting to see if it's worth even going back for a future hunt. The clock's still ticking. Now you've got to clean any of the jewelry that's broke or damaged. Here's a nice ring I found a couple of weeks ago. It was extremely bent. So I got to take the time to straighten it up before I take a photo and put it in the video. It all takes time. Well, then of course you got to clean it, so you're going to get out the Dremel tool, a little polish to make it look good. Keeping it clean takes time as well. I know this eats away at the clock, but I got to keep everything clean, and I like to clean my digger. I hate starting out with that thing dirty, and it only takes a few minutes. And folks, it's just me. Doesn't mean it's the right way, but I like it nice and clean, so I'll put a little bit of Simply Green on it. Clean it off each and every time that I go out metal detecting, as well as the duty belt that I carry everything on, and the pouch. And guess what? I also take the time to clean that pin pointer. That's right, that gets dirty too. Sometimes that will get so much dirt it clogs up the speaker and you can't even hear the audio tones going on. Everything gets hung back up and it's ready for the next day of digging. I'm convinced now you think I'm crazy, but I got to tell you, about every third trip I'll clean off the knee pads. They get dirty, nasty, sweaty, and I like them clean. And then there's a case. This is my metal detecting case. I'll dump my fines out, so obviously that's going to get dirt. I hose that off too. Doesn't hurt, and it's waterproof. Every couple of trips, I'll clean those dirty gloves. Get them nice and clean. Boy, they hold the mud and the dirt, and it doesn't hurt them. Just let them dry out or rotate them with a second pair. From being a cop and shooting your gun all the time, firearms training, you always clean your gun. Strip it down and clean it. If you're in the military, same thing. And that's exactly what I try to do with my metal detecting equipment. Clean it, hang it back up, and get ready for the next trip. And that includes cleaning the metal detector. Look at the dirt around the handle and the grip and the armrest. So it doesn't take that much time. Again, I will do this every single trip. Clean that off, put a little, whatever kind of cleaner you want, and just get the dirt off of it. Keep it nice. It's a very expensive piece of equipment, and you should keep it clean, keep it running, and check it, for defects every single time. Check the bolts. So This is just every single trip, and yes, it does take time, folks, but I know on my next trip that it's ready to go and I'm not going to have any issues. Don't forget to check your coil cover. That thing gets loaded with dirt as well. Now you've got to sort your finds, and that takes a little time as well. So everything is in a plastic bucket. I bring it into the garage and then I dump it out on an old cookie sheet. That way I can begin to separate everything. And the first thing I want to do is get the coins, place them in another container, and start writing the dates down. You know, half the time you can't even see the date when you're out digging. So I'll write those down on a piece of paper, old paper plate, and use those when I go to do my video. So I'll take, before I clean it, I'll take what I find, lay it out some fancy way. And this is what you see in the video. I'll do a little wrap up. Sometimes I leave the dirt in there, kind of makes it look cool. Today I found absolutely nothing worthy of a relic. Kind of put the good looking coins, any cool pieces up front. And then take a photograph. And this next step is just cleaning what you have. You know, today I've got coins, and it can be relics, tokens, whatever. You just want to give them a good rinse, and then you've got to let them dry. That takes a little bit of time as well. This is all so that I can photograph them, export those photos into a program, and then later decide what I want to do with those photos in the video. Surely I'm done now. Nope, not so fast. Now we've got to vacuum out the back. Well, this is a must. Every trip I got to vacuum out the back. It just, you know, gets dirt everywhere, and I don't want to go 4 or 5 days with the back of my SUV loaded down with dirt. Well, let's not forget everything that we cleaned a little earlier. Now we got to get, because it's dried, and we got to hang it back up in the garage. Everything has its place, so got to get them all hung back up, and that takes time as well. Hang with me, not done yet, just a little bit more to do. Now you're going to take a different kind of photograph, a nice close-up, something you can edit and put into the YouTube video, such as these tokens, this toy car that I found. I wanted to get a great photo, so I need the right lighting, the right background. Again, it takes a lot of time. Those coins we just cleaned and photographed, now you got to take them, put them in your little jar or hiding place, wherever, until you can get them cashed in at the end of the year. So one of the last things I'll do is I will take all the video from today's metal detecting trip. It's on my cell phone, transfer those to my computer. As you can see up here, that's going to take some time as well. You have to create a file, name it, and then it's got to, you know, download to your computer. And you can see right here, this is going to take approximately, I think, 7 minutes right there. While these images are being downloaded, that's when I try to think about what did I find. And I'll go to Google, try to find an image like that car. I can use this in a video, download that to the file so I have it ready. I found a shotgun round, so I want to tie it into the period. It was a redhead shotgun round, so I'll use that image as well. But guys, that takes a lot of time. Guys, I almost forgot my dash cam. A lot of times I'll use that, and then I've got to transfer that to the computer as well, crop it, add the color to it, and get it just right for the video when it comes time to edit. Well, that's it. So if you're new into metal detecting and you want to start a YouTube channel, I'm not going to discourage you, but just remember, it's going to take quite a bit of time. There's so much to do. Yeah, it's fun picking up your detector, running out for 3 or 4 hours digging, coming back and taking a nap or watching TV, but in reality, there's so much more. And you saw that from cleaning the coins to your equipment, putting everything up, photographing it, exporting it to your computer. It just goes on and on and on. But I enjoyed so much, and I know you do too if you have a YouTube channel. This video is just to give some of those that don't an insight into what all goes into the video. And we didn't even touch video editing. This video right here, without a doubt, at least 5 hours of editing. There was so much to do. But
that's another whole video. Maybe we'll do that someday. Thanks for watching. See you on that next dig.